Hey, what's up everyone? This is Alex Buy Stuff, and I've bought something. Today I'm introducing to you my Sondors Metacycle. I almost said motorcycle. It is a motorcycle. It's an electric motorcycle. These were pretty hyped up all over the internet for a while. And yeah, I basically thought it was a scam for a while. I bought this thing, I think it was January 2021, if I remember correctly, and lots of delays. That's a common thing that goes on these days. Blame COVID is what people like to say. But yeah, it just started to feel like it wasn't going to ever really happen. They ended up asking for more money at one point. They asked for $700 for quote unquote shipping. I thought that was super shady. And yeah, anyway, so that ended up, it's here, so that's good. But when I paid the $700 for shipping, I kind of was like, oh, maybe they're going to be delivering it like next week. I think that was 3 or 4 months ago that I paid the $700. I actually would really love to make a video about the whole experience and how I thought it was a scam and how it wasn't a scam, but I pretty much just summarized it for you there. That at one point I really didn't know if I was ever going to get it. I paid with my credit card, so I felt protected. But yeah, it's here. My understanding is that I'm order number 47. When I looked at my order number, I think I'm either 189 or 89, but there must have been some cancellations. That's my only guess. Anyway, so here's the motorcycle. And just to be clear, I am not a huge motorcycle guy. I like fast cars a lot. And motorcycles kind of can go hand in hand with people that like fast cars, but I live in Southern California in a very populated area, and there are a lot of people not paying attention when they're driving, and I have little kids. Not to say that the little kids would be on a motorcycle with me, but because if I died, you know, I have a family that relies on me for stuff, and I don't want to die. So because the other people on the road really are what bothers me. I've had 3 motorcycles in my life. I've had a my last motorcycle was a Ducati Diavel. Loved that thing. I had a Kawasaki Vulcan 500, I believe is what it was. Maybe it was 600. And I had a, oh gosh, I'm gonna forget what it was. It was a 1300cc gigantic motorcycle, and I hated it. And I never have actually gotten my motorcycle license. I've only had permits because I've just never really needed to drive on the freeway, as funny as that sounds. You know, I've never had a job where I couldn't drive there, you know, on side streets. I haven't had a freeway. I haven't had a job where I need to drive on the freeway, even in a car, for, I honestly don't remember. I think it's been 10 plus years. So that's that. I'm just giving you a warning. I'm not going to have some crazy insight about, you know, the G-force handling through a turn and how much you can lean it over through a turn or anything like that, like some pro motorcycle people that have motorcycle channels. I'm just mainly making this video as like a proof of life. Like if you have a Metacycle order and you're starting to feel like, I don't think I'm ever gonna see it, well, here's some hope for you, buddy. You might actually get your motorcycle. Anyway, let's go over the operation procedure that he taught me to how to start riding one of these. It's a lot easier than a regular motorcycle. That's for sure. It's just kind of like how much easier it is to drive a Tesla basically than a regular car. Or I would say how much easier it is to drive a Tesla than a manual transmission car. I have it on the charger right now. I will remove that for the moment. It did not come with very much battery charge on it. So let's go ahead and take this off. I've already gone through the liberties of removing, there were plastic covers, little, I don't know what you call that, little pieces of film. Plastic film on all the like reflectors and stuff. So I took all that stuff off. Actually, I missed one right here. That was not a clean peel. Anyway, let's get this bad boy off. It's kind of hard to remove. There we go. Okay, and I have to do that so that I can show you how to put the bike into drive. Otherwise, if it's plugged in, it will not allow me to do that. And I've only driven this like halfway around the block. I have barely ridden it. Maybe I'll do that later in this video, maybe I won't. All right, so let's take a look at the keys. If you're a Porsche fan, because a lot of people on my channel have found my channel from my Porsche content, sorry, Porsche, This looks like a total knockoff of the Porsche key, and that's pretty weird. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea. It was a very bad idea in my opinion. I really hope they don't get sued over something so silly. It's a lot cheaper feeling than a Porsche key though, I can tell you that much. But we have lock, which is like arming, kind of like arming the alarm system. There's like an anti-theft system on the motorcycle. This is like unlock. This is start the bike. This is, I think, the horn or something. I forgot, I'd have to check that again. But there's like some system in these keys that will lock and unlock the bike if you just walk away. I think this key will do that and this one won't. And then this is like the area where you can put your phone. I think you can like Bluetooth your phone to the bike and all this. I haven't looked into all that little stuff. Like, I honestly didn't think the bike was going to be showing up this already. So I haven't done a bunch of like catch-up research. So anyway, those are going to go in there. And I think I can just power it on. Yep. And then this is important because this is the second time I'm making this video. The first time I looked like an idiot because I couldn't get the bike out of park. So there's a kickstand down here, and you have to move the kickstand to be able to take it out of park. I really wish they had a little light on here that said like KS for kickstand, and that was somehow integrated with the park, because I think that maybe it's not a big deal. It's probably not a big deal, but if your kickstand's down, you can't get out of park, but there's nothing that really tells you why. That's all I'm getting at. So all I have to do is go ahead and press P, and then you can see that went to D. And now if I hit the throttle, no, I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you guys. Yeah, so it's very, very easy to drive. And it also has a reverse. I have not tried it yet. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, you have to hold it? Okay. You can't just, nope. I was wondering if there's like a double tap you could do, but you have to hold reverse and then throttle to back up. Interesting. Okay, that's fine. I have no idea what S is. Let's press it. Maybe it's sport mode? Oh, wait a second. It says I'm in a gear. Huh. I think S is for standard? I need to do more research, but that implies it says gear. It says, is that S or a 5? I don't know. No idea. I'll have to look into that. I also have no idea what this on-off button is. There's a whole manual that I just downloaded. I haven't read through it all, and I can go through it later. I've got a lot of work to do today, so I probably won't be riding this much. But let's see. Horn check. Yep, it works. What do we got? Brights? Yep, they work. Regular lights right here. It's like parking lights. That doesn't seem to do anything. Maybe there's like a sensor, and then regular headlights. I'm gonna do this. Yeah, okay. And I'm gonna try the parking lights one more time. Let's see. I don't know why I was looking at turn signal. That didn't make sense. This is what I should have done. Yeah, okay. So there's something on there. All right. Did I miss anything? Hazards? Okay, hazards. Whatever, they work. Let's go ahead and press this. I feel like this is like a turbo button or something. Let's see if it does anything on the screen when I press this. It does. It gives an exclamation point. Maybe it's traction control? Maybe it's like a turbo button, gives you full power? I don't know. I mean, S is something I thought might be like sport mode. I'll have to Google or check the manual for all that stuff. But I just literally rode it like down the street right here to the end of the street. I didn't have a helmet on or anything, and the guy just dropped it off the truck. I just did like a little loop to the end and came back around. Handled really well, really easy to ride. Like, I don't know how to say it any more than like, it's just simple, super simple. I don't know if anyone watching this has ever ridden like, say, a GoPed when you were a kid. You know, like they're like a stand-up scooter thing that has a motor on the back, and all you do is press the throttle and it goes. You press the brake and it stops. This feels like that. It doesn't feel slow. I was really thinking that this is going to feel really slow, especially I mentioned some of the other motorcycles I've had, especially the Ducati. I loved how that thing felt, and I loved the noise it made, and this doesn't make the noises, and this isn't as fast, but it's fast enough, especially for the price. It was $5,000 plus the $700 shipping. I think, considering this is electric and you're saving on gas and everything, I definitely think people might start paying $10,000 for these in the aftermarket if they're not easy to get. I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, they start showing up on eBay for $10,000 and people would be snatching them up, because I kind of think they're worth about $8,000 to $10,000. I think $5,000 was a little bit of a a low price to start off with. And maybe they're already more expensive on the Sondors website, because I did buy another Sondors e-bike a year ago, and I think I paid $1,500. And then when I got it, I actually didn't like it. The seating position wasn't good for me. I sold it, and I think when I went to check their website, they were already selling for $2,500. So maybe the Metacycle is already like $8 grand on their website. I have no idea. It might have been like an early bird special price at $5 grand. But I don't really think I need to do anything else for this video. I think this is it. Like, I could go ride the bike around and try to find one of my GoPros, but I got a lot of work to do, and then the video is just never gonna get released. So I'd rather get the video out now, especially for the people that are like in their garage with their kickstand down, and they're like, this thing doesn't turn on. The guy showed me to put it into drive, and it just sits in park. And you know, all it is the kickstand is down. In fact, let's do this just for fun. I'm gonna take park off, I'm gonna drive. Now I'm gonna put the kickstand down. Is it gonna kick me into park immediately? Let's see. It does. I kind of like that. I do like that. And there's no creep, by the way. When I say creep, when you're in drive, I think this has an automatic transmission from what I understand. It felt like it when I rode it. There's no, like in an automatic car, you know how when you're sitting at a stoplight and you're holding the brake down so you don't move forward, you take your foot off the brake and the car starts creeping forward. This doesn't do that. So you just come to a stop and you kick your kickstand down and you're done. You're in park. You don't have to press anything else. Just kickstand. So that's kind of cool. Maybe I'll make another video in the future when I have ridden it a little bit more and I've maybe like paired my phone and done some other stuff, but maybe I won't. There's probably gonna be a million other people making videos. So anyway, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to really mention. I don't think so. I've got updates. I've got a bunch of other projects I'm working on that I've got a Porsche 911 Targa, what is it? Targa 4S. It's a 911.2. That is going to be a huge project. That's on my channel. It should be the biggest thing I've ever done on my channel. It doesn't have a lot of views on any of the videos, but I think it eventually will. If you want to check out things that are going on, look at my channel, my other videos, and if you're interested in learning about what I'm going to do with that, the transformation, hopefully will be like a SEMA car in the future. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one.